Hey guys, welcome to this week's review of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, you know what? This was a really good episode. It was, because to be honest with you, I was almost done with Salt Lake City. To be honest with you, I was like right at the edge where it's like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just not connecting to these ladies for some reason, right? But I held on because I knew this moment was coming. This episode was coming, right? So, you know what? I'm glad I held on. This was a good episode. It was. It was. Because the funny thing is, Beverly Hills has had a similar storyline with Erica Jane, right? And you can see the way that the Salt Lake City ladies handle Jen Shaw and her criminal activities allegedly, and Erica Jane. It's like night and day, right? Now, yes, the Salt Lake City girls are being fake. Some of them are. Some of them are being fake, right? But at least they're giving us something. Like, okay, if you're gonna be fake, at least give us a performance. Don't be fake and not have anything to say as well. Like, that's lame. That's not fun for us to watch. I feel like Heather definitely puts on a performance, okay? Because when they were on that bus to Vale, and Vale is beautiful, by the way. I just want to say that it's gorgeous. But on their way to Vale, like Heather, when they found out, I guess when the article came out saying that Jen was arrested and what she was arrested for, I still don't really know and I still don't really care. I think it's something about scamming old people, of course, right? And selling data to people. I don't even know still, to be honest with you, but I know it's bad. Right? And like Heather's like breaking down and crying. Lisa's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, I can't believe this. Oh my god, I feel so bad." And it's like there's no tear coming out your eye. Like there's nothing. There's nothing. Like Heather just turned red. Heather just turned red, and that was it. I didn't really see any tears or anything. And like the way she was kind of like leaning on Whitney, like she was so devastated. And it's like I don't know. They have a weird relationship, Jen and Heather, but I'm sorry. It seemed a little performative. Lisa, of course, Lisa is performative. I don't know. She's weird too with that. Like, I don't see any tears. What's going on there? You're just putting on your sunglasses and you're going, and we're supposed to think that you're crying. Oh, okay, I guess. And Lisa calling all her lawyers. It's like 7 lawyers. What? Look, I'm not that successful, okay, to have 7 lawyers. Or I like 7. Really, you're talk to 7 lawyers? Like who cares? Why do you need that many opinions on like you're not getting arrested? You're not connected anyhow, are you, Lisa? So it's like, why are you so hyped for? You know what I mean? Jenny, I was like Jenny on that bus because Jenny was watching them and it's like, you guys need to relax. You guys are overreacting. You guys are doing she didn't say all this, but you could see it in her expression. Like, she was just drinking her beer, like, while they're breaking down crying. And it's like, Whitney, she kind of maybe attempted to be a little bit fake at the beginning, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But like that soon broke down. Like she couldn't hide the smirk on her face. Like she was smiling, like she was giddy to talk about these things and to expose Jen. Like she thought, wow, this is juicy, this is interesting, like Nancy Drew, I guess. Is that her name, Nancy Drew? I'm thinking yeah, I think Nancy Drew. Sherlock Holmes, okay? Right? Like she was just so happy to expose everything. So, it made for an interesting scene because You got levels. There was levels. So the bus ride was entertaining. Now, I think they're a little bit ridiculous with this whole someone in the cast must have told the police or tipped the police off about Jen. I mean, it could be someone on the cast, but it could also be someone in the crew. And if the police wanted to know where Jen was, I don't think it would be that hard to find out what Bravo's filming schedule is, okay? I mean, I don't know. I've never been to Salt Lake City, but I can imagine it's not that hard for the police to know, okay, they're going to be filming at this location because they're planning a trip to go here. They booked the bus from this time to this time, so that means they must be leaving there. The bus says it's gonna pick them up over here. Okay, like if the police wanted to investigate, I don't think it would be a difficult investigation to find out where Jen Shaw is, right? So to try to pin it on one of the cast must have told the police where she was, and like that's a bit much, right? Now, Meredith, I don't know. Meredith may. When Lisa sort of implied that Meredith must have tipped the police off, I was kind of rolling my eyes like, come on. Like, how do we know that? So many people could have tipped off the police, right? But later on, hearing Meredith talk, it sounds like, and judging from the previews, it sounds like she may have some information. She may have a story to tell, right? But Meredith did have a story to tell this episode, but we'll get into that, a little bit later, right? Let's try to go in chronological order. So, okay, so the ladies are on the bus and they're getting to Vale. They're trying to get where they're trying to get, right? Fast forward to Mary. Mary's in the bathtub, right? Meredith. Meredith is in the bathtub for some reason when Mary arrives at the house in Vale, right? And like Mary's wandering around the house like, where's Meredith? Where's Meredith? And then she stumbles upon Meredith just randomly taking a bath on camera. Now, if this was real life, like you're coming over to a place and you come in and you say, "Hey, where are you?" And they say, "Hey, I'm taking a bath." That wouldn't be so weird. It's like, okay, yeah, you're taking a bath, right? But who takes a bath in front of cameras? Like, it's clearly a scene that was just set up to be, I don't know. I don't know why she would. It was a decision. It was a choice. Meredith made a choice to take a bath on national television. I don't know why, but she made that choice. And it was so funny because she was talking to Mary about what was going on with Jen. And as the scene went on, you start to notice that the bubbles, they started to pop. Okay? And by the end of the scene, I didn't really see any bubbles. I saw some clear water. And I saw Meredith kind of curled up to the side. And the camera was like shooting her very low. Like, okay, let's just get this angle over here. Like, that's hilarious to me. And then at the end of the scene, Mary's like, okay, go and get some more bubbles, okay? You need some more bubbles. and when the rest of the girls arrived, Mary's still in this bathtub. But this time, she got more bubbles, right? So when the ladies came, she was prepared. But I felt she was always also like, okay, guys, hurry up, get the scene and get out because these bubbles are going to pop. I can't be in the bath this long. But it's funny, Heather had to tell her, get out the bath. Okay, come on, let's go. That was so funny. That's so funny. I don't know. You know what? Meredith is bringing it. Meredith brought it this episode. I was kind of like, I don't know if she really needs to be on the show. I liked her, but it's like she's not really bringing anything. But boy, was I wrong this episode. I take that back. So Meredith was definitely the highlight of this episode. Okay, so they get to the place, they get settled, and they all gather around the table to eat, right? And the food looked The food looked good, you know? It was all right. And I just thought to myself, I would be a housewife for the food, right? I think if there was a reason for me to be part of the Real Housewives, it would be because of the food. I don't know. It just seems like that's a big part of it. And the food looks good. I want to try it. So, okay, whatever. So they enjoyed their food, whatever, whatever. And then Mary's kind of like, okay, let's just start talking about this, okay? Because everybody wants to know what's going on, right? And I think they're asking everybody, like, are you surprised that Jen was arrested? Are you surprised to hear these things about her? And some people are shocked, you know? Mary's like, I'm shocked, you know? Heather is shocked. Well, Heather didn't seem too shocked. Was anyone really shocked? Mary was the only one that didn't seem shocked, which was surprising. Like, come on, Mary, I'm not really believing that from you either, right? And then after that, she kind of flipped it. Like, yeah, we knew Jen was up to something. Like, they pretty much all their attitudes are like, yep, she's guilty. There was no even like, there was not even a moment where they're like, oh, well, you know what? She may be innocent of this. Like, what? Jen Shaw stealing from old people? No way. Jen Shaw would never do that. No. They're like, yep, she did it. Makes sense now. Oh, now I get it. Now I see why she went over here and she bought that and she did that and she turned around and this and like, okay, now I figured out the mystery. No one is like, she's innocent at this point. So that's not, I don't know how their case is going to turn out, but if everybody around you thinks you're guilty, I mean, that's not a great sign. So they're talking about that. And then Meredith tells this story about how Jen went to Meredith's clothing store or whatever, and allegedly, well, I don't know if it's really allegedly because there's video footage of it. So I mean, is it a really alleged? But I'm just gonna say allegedly, right? Someone in Jen Shaw's team, and you know she runs in a pack, pack of people. One of them stole a bag or a purse or whatever the hell it was in Meredith's shop, and Meredith worker called Jen and was like, okay, this item is missing from our shop and you need to return it. And this guy, we don't know who he is, returns it the next day. Um that is shady, but I don't know what that has to really do with Jen stealing from old people. Well, they're both stealing, but it's like, how long did you know this story? You didn't say anything. And you're telling us now to kind of add on to like look at Jen Shaw's character. She's a thief because someone in her team stole my bag. Well, in Jen Shaw's defense, what if it was just the person on her team that stole the bag, that Jen wasn't in on it? But then it seems like Jen didn't fire that person, so that's why Meredith feels some type of way. I don't know. You never really know what's going on behind the scenes with these ladies, you know? Because sometimes you think, oh, Meredith is overreacting with Jen. Like, why she's so mad at Jen. But then when you hear this story, it starts to paint a picture where it's like, okay, I understand why you really don't like this person. You really don't vibe with this person. You know what I mean? But you're being forced to because you're filming together. That was and it seems like Meredith has more stories to come. So like damn. Um what else happened? Yeah, that's pretty much what happened this episode. It was pretty much the ladies reacting to it. The whole episode was pretty much them on the bus. Like, when has that ever happened on any of the housewives where majority of the episode they're on the tour bus? Well, yeah, I think that with Nene and Kim when they went on tour with Candy, yeah. No, but this whole entire episode was the tour bus. Like, But it was good though. It was good to get everybody's reactions. And from the trailer, we know that I believe Jen actually shows up. Jen actually shows up. So, and I think we're going to get a scene between Jen and Meredith. So, I'm looking forward to that. I am. Anything else? Oh yeah, the police. Oh my gosh, the police coming to going to Jen's place and the cameras being there. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, do they actually have footage of her being arrested?" It turns out they didn't, right? You know, she was in a car driving somewhere. I don't know where. Not to the police station, apparently, allegedly. But they caught her on the road. So I guess Bravo, was hunting her down harder than the police. Okay. I'm pretty sure the producers were like, oh, we're going to find Jen before the police do. Like, they wanted to get that shot. Like, as soon as they saw Homeland Security, they probably like, yo, one of you guys take a camera, go over to Jen's right now. Go. So while they're there wasting the police time, oh yeah, I don't know where she went. Well, she did say her husband is internally bleeding. Waste the police time. So they can get there. They can get to her house so they can get the shot. And they were ready. The cameras were ready. Yeah. If Jen Shaw went home, they would have caught it. And I know people say that Jen Shaw was trying to flee, but I feel like I don't think she would try to flee because you can't she's a public figure. You can't just flee. I think it was more so she knew the police were coming for her. She knew that they wanted to arrest her, but she didn't want it on camera, right? Because maybe she felt like, okay, the producers are going to go to the police station. Okay, the producers are going to go to my home. And I don't want this caught on camera. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving her too much benefit of the doubt. I don't know. But of course she does. Well, she gets arrested and she makes bail. She's like right out again. So, like I said, she may be coming on this trip, but damn, like Bravo was ready for her. She's lucky. She's lucky. She dodged that. At least. That's something. Anyways, guys, I don't know. This is my review for this week's episode, which was great. See ya.